Hi everyone and welcome back. How are you guys today? You guys, I am so excited to be back today because today we are back with yet another BTS mixed. Shit. You know what? You guys, today we're back with the next installment in the series in which I still can't pronounce the name for because it's a very long title and I'm not great with my words. So yeah, I really need to think of like a shorter thing to call this because that's a lot. And yeah, suggestions? Let me know. Now, for those of you who may not know, during our last album listen, I did actually listen to like the first few songs off of this mixtape, and honestly, you guys, it was a lot. It was not nearly what I was expecting to kind of like just jump right into. It was very raw and very emotional, and honestly, at the end of the day, it just made me appreciate him that much more because it gives this insight to him that I personally wouldn't know unless I actually sat down to do this, and I'm really thankful for that, and I'm actually really happy that not only him but also RM and J-Hope, that they're doing this, that they're exposing this emotion, that they're putting like their frustrations and their anger and their sadness into something that's beautiful that other people can listen to and relate to. And I'm actually really happy about that. And if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I honestly think that during like my initial listen to this, I was having a hard time like kind of grasping what the song was really about. And even though I was picking up on certain aspects, I was trying not to like insinuate anything, and it was a lot to kind of just process on my own. But I'm really happy that you guys were there and that you guys kind of like guided me along the way and just kind of like reaffirmed what I was believing. And that's what I'm really appreciative of, is that you guys are always there and you guys are there to help me if I need some help, and it's really nice, and I just want to say thank you for that. And yeah. So you guys, anyway, now that we're kind of moving past those songs and we are moving further into the album, we are actually going to listen to three and a half songs, I guess you could say, today. So you guys, what we are moving on to is going to be Skit, Interlude, Dream Reality, So Far Away featuring Suran. Am I pronouncing that right? And also, I feel like I have heard of that name before. I can't really figure out where exactly, but it sounds very familiar. And then we're also going to listen to So Far Away with Jin and JK. And yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like 1.5 songs. I don't know. But yes, we are gonna go ahead and do this. I'm actually really excited because after this we do get to move to Tony Montana, because that's what it's called, not Tony Montoya. I don't know who the fuck Tony Montoya is, but that's what I said the last time. Tony Montana, and then we get to watch like the live stages of it because, you know, Jamin, yeah, and yeah. So I'm excited. Also, I don't know what's happening with my hair. Please don't comment on it. It's a thing today apparently. And yeah. So you guys, we're gonna go ahead and start with Skit. The first 2 songs are not really songs. They're very short. So I'm not really sure what is actually about to happen in these. Either way, I'm excited because yeah. So let's go ahead and make sure that we have everything set up, that we are recording. Let's make sure the volume is good. Hello? You see, we're low, you bitch. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I'm ready. I am prepared. Yeah, okay, that looks better. Okay, let's go.
Hey. 여기 양갈비살 2개 주세요. 내가 이제 이번 믹스테이프 자체가 이 방탄소년단 슈가로서 되는 게 아니라 약간 나의 여러 가지 모습 중에 한 가지를 보여주는 거라고 생각해요.
It's like an onion.
그러니까 내가 어쨌든 음악을 하는 데 있어서 형이 많이 필요 없잖아. 난 그게 되게, 아까 양평이랑 수란 누나랑 이야기하면서 나는 그 이야기를 했었거든. 나는 내가 지금 이렇게 음악 할 수 있는 거 되게 우리 형이 나를 믿어줘서 그래. 그렇게 믿어주는 사람이 있는 것 자체가 되게 어떻게 보면 되게 좋은 거 아닌가.
I agree 100%. So that was literally just a small conversation between him and his what words him and his brother. I'm assuming in like some type of like diner or restaurant or something like that. And I'm actually really happy that he said like through like their like support I was able to do this, because this isn't me doing this as like BTS is Suga. No, this is like me stepping back and me stepping into like one of like the other sides of me to like expose that part of me. And I like how they can break apart like, I'm not Suga right now, I'm AGUSTD. Like even though it's the same person, it's two different sides. And I actually really like that, because I've noticed that with RM's, like even though like RM is this beautiful leader and he's so kind and very caring, the first mixtape was kind of angry in my like personal opinion. Like I was angry listening to it. I was also sad listening to it. So I feel like it's the same person, but it's two different sides of the coin that we get to see through these. So I'm actually really happy that he like kind of like said that in a way, but also that he has the support from the people around him to actually be able to do this, because that's amazing. You should always have that. Yes, I love that. Yeah. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one, which is Interlude Dream Reality. Okay, I'm assuming this is gonna be like kind of like Skit, like it's gonna be something very small, but I don't know. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah. That's really pretty. I really like the way this piano is sounding. It's beautiful. That's gorgeous. Oh! Why does it sound like a violin? For those of you who do not know, there are two instruments in the world that I can't like ignore, I can't get away from. Or actually there's three. There's a guitar, a piano, and a violin. Any of those like instruments, they just automatically bring out like a different vibe to the song that I feel like it's beautiful in a way. And this, I really love how this piano sounds. It has like a touch of like sadness to it, honestly. It brings like a small like sad vibe, which I feel like most of the time unfortunately pianos do. They bring out a different essence into the song that can like uncover and unveil like a new emotion. And I feel like that's kind of what this is doing. Even though this isn't a song, it's just this, it's still really nice. Like I could listen to this on a loop. This is gorgeous. Ooh. Oh, the choir in the background. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ooh. That dun 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 dun. Oh, I could literally just listen to that on a loop. Like, I'm so happy that's actually on Spotify for like download, because I could literally just put that on a loop and fall asleep listening to that. That's honestly really beautiful. Just the sound of the piano. And I'm wondering, like, I know that he obviously had a very large hand in his like mixtapes, they all do, but I'm wondering how far it goes. Like, did he work on this completely by himself? Like, was he the producer for this? Because obviously he does produce music. Like, how far did this go? How far in each track did he have a hand? And where did it go from there? Like, I'm very, very curious. If you know, please let me know, because I don't know, and I would like to know. And yeah, and I love the sound of the fucking piano. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one, you guys. The next one we're listening to is So Far Away. This is AGUSTD with Suran. I don't know if it's Suran or Suran. I think it's Suran. I don't know if it's like a hard A though. Let me know, because I would like to know. She looks very, very pretty from her side profile. I don't know though. Okay, anyway, time. Oh, that's not the button. Okay. I like how far away her voice sounds. Yes.
그런 말들은 믿은 내가 병신이지. 나 죽지 못해 사랑. 술이나 좀 줘봐. 술이나 좀 줘봐. 오늘은 취하고 싶으니 제발 말리지 마. 뭐든 좋아. 뭐든 좋아. 백새끼가 술 마시는 걸 사귀지 마. 취하지도 않은 버틸 수가 없어. 모두가 달리는데 왜 나만 여기 있어. 모두가 달리는데 왜 나만 여기 있어. 모두가 달리는데 왜 나만 여기 있어.
Her voice is beautiful. I like this, what kind of sounds like, not necessarily like a violin, but another instrument kind of in the background, and it's kind of like fading in and out with her voice as she kind of like hits a different note. It sounds really, really nice. Whoa. I like that. Dream though your beginnings might be humble, may end be prosperous. Why can't I ever talk correctly? I like that. Like, even though like your beginnings may be humble and what many people would consider like modern, I guess, like they may end in something like very, very luxurious and something that you didn't quite think you would reach, and that is okay with having that dream. Like, that's beautiful, and if you're able to achieve that, that's fucking amazing, and I give very, very big props to you, because yeah, and I actually really like that. I'm living because I can't die, but I don't have anything I want to do. I'm suffering more than anything. I'm lonely around me, everyone just telling me to pull myself together. I try to take out my anger, but the only one here with me is me, so what's the point of venting? I'm gonna save my comments for later, yeah.
친구와 가족조차 멀어져만 가네. 시간이 흐르면 흐를수록 더 조급하네. 나 혼자인 기분, 나 혼자인 지금. 모든 게 사라졌음에 신기루처럼 사라졌음에 이제 빌어먹을 나조차도 사라졌음에 이렇게 세상에 나 버려지네. 그 순간 하늘과 멀어지네. 떨어지네.
So far away. 나에게도 꿈이 있다면, 날아가는 꿈이 있다면, Don't fly away. 나에게도 꿈이 있다면, 날아가는 꿈이 있다면.
Her voice layered with his sounds really nice. Her voice is fucking beautiful. Listen to the guitar in the back. Guitar sounds really nice, by the way. That this like electric guitar mixed with this just beat and then her vocals being put on top of it.
자리가 어딜지라도 관대하리 Dream 결국 시간의 끝이 만개하리 Dream 시작은 미약할지언정 끝은 창대하리 Dream.
Okay. Okay. So, I kind of find it interesting. And interesting in a sense, I would say, because I don't feel like interesting is the proper word for it. I am slightly curious. So, within the song, I found senses of like loss, but there was also like the promise of hope, and usually the two don't really coincide with one another only because they are very, very opposite in nature. One who feels lost usually doesn't feel hopeful. It just it doesn't really work that way. It doesn't really mesh well. So to feel that just sense of being lost, to feel as if you are that alone in the world, because unfortunately we do sometimes. We feel as if no matter what we do, we can't really let it out, and unfortunately the people that are around us don't seem to really be listening. So I do understand what he means by the people that are around me, you know, my family is drifting further away. What's the point of venting if no one's there? Because at the end of the day, I'm literally just talking to myself. And it's not, I would say, very therapeutic to run over things like that in your mind or even speak them out loud to yourself, because you are already holding those burdens. It's not relieving anything to speak them out loud if no one else is there to listen. So, and I do actually, I fully understand that, and I fully get that. I do. I just, it's that small glimmer of hope that's telling you, you know, no matter how small or humble or, you know, disadvantaged your beginning may be, your ending could be very, very, like, well, I guess, rich, wealthy, prosperous, whatever you want to call it. Like, you could have a very, like, beautiful ending. It just, the two mixed together, it's kind of odd to me, I think, because, like I said, the two emotions don't normally play with one another, because as myself, when I feel lost, I don't feel hopeful, but that's just me. Maybe someone else does, and I mean, that's perfectly fine. I don't really understand it myself, and maybe that's a me problem. I don't know. It's just, I feel like there were a lot of different emotions laced within this, and it was very confusing for me for some reason. And like I said, that maybe that's just my problem. Maybe it's because I don't quite understand that, and maybe it's like a way of saying, like, even though I feel like this, like, even though I feel very, very low, and I don't know why I'm here, and at the same time I don't feel like I should be here because I don't have a reason to be here any longer. Like, you don't have to feel like that. Like, you can still dream. And I think that's more in a way what the song is like entailing. It's like, even though I don't understand the reason why I'm still here, I want you to still be here. I want you to dream, and, you know, dream big, because you don't know how far you're gonna reach. And yeah, so I'm feeling like that's more of like the route it's going. And again, I like that. I like that sense of lost but also hopeful, because to me that would make sense, and I do feel like that's kind of like the way we're kind of headed. So I mean, I think again, it's a lot of different emotions. So yeah, but in regards to the song, his voice, of course, he sounded amazing. Suran sounded really, really good. Like, I'm actually surprised that I've never heard anything by her before. Again, like, the beat mixed with like the electric guitar, and then you had like her vocals on it, and at one point you had her vocals kind of like overlaced with his voice, and it actually sounded really, really nice. And I felt kind of comforted by the song, so I feel like it did the job in which it intended. And I do feel like other people can relate to this, so I'm actually really, really happy about it. And yeah, that was a whole tangent, and it probably didn't make any sense. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move to the next thing though, you guys. We are now moving on to the version of So Far Away with Suga, Jin, and JK in it. I'm excited. I love Jin's voice, I love JK's voice, and I love Suga, so I don't see anything wrong with this. Let's go ahead and do this though. Let's go. Ooh, so beautiful.
하고 싶은 게 없다는 게 진짜 뭐 같은데 흔한 꿈조차 없다는 게 한심한 거 알았다는 게 하란 대로만 하면 된다면 대학 가면 다 괜찮아 그런 말들은 믿은 내가 병신이지 나 죽지 못해 살아 술이나 좀 줘봐 술이나 좀 줘봐 오늘은 취하고 싶으니 제발 말르지 마 뭐든 좋아 뭐든 좋아 백새끼가 술 마시는 건 사치지만 취하지도 않은 버틸 수가 없어 모두가 달리는데 왜 나만 여기 있어 모두가 달리는데 왜 나만 여기 있어
That's something I didn't speak about in the last video is the reference to alcohol, and I noticed that the lyrics here are slightly different from the last one, and unfortunately I had to use a Jiguchi video. I hate using Jiguchi's videos, but I couldn't find a lyric video that I felt was proper. So I do notice there are slight like lyric differences. I do notice there are slight differences between the two videos. But I'm assuming it's the same song. It's just split. Instead of having Suran, we now have Jin and JK singing it. For those of you who don't know, I'm a whole fucking mess when it comes to BTS. I get that. My bias list is all over the fucking place. But my like biggest soft spot is for Jin because his personality is literally the best thing on this planet. And JK has one of the most beautiful vocals I think I've ever heard in my life. It's ridiculous. It's honestly, it's ridiculous. I hear like what sounds like JK's vocals in the background.
그래 시발 죽지 못해서 살아 하고 싶은 게 없단 건 말이야 무엇보다 괴로운데 주변에선 하나같이 정신 차려 난 말뿐이네 화풀이해 상대는 뭐 나뿐인데 뭐 화풀이해 매일 아침에 눈 뜨는 게 숨 쉬는 게 친구와 가족조차 멀어져만 가네 시간이 흐르면 흐를수록 더 조급하네 나 혼자인 기분 나 혼자인 지금 모든 게 사라졌음에 신기루처럼 사라졌음에 이제 빌어먹을 나조차도 사라졌음에 이렇게 세상에 나버려지네 그 순간 하늘과 멀어지네 떨어지네 So far away 나에게도 꿈이 있다면 날아가는 꿈이 있다면 Don't fall away 나에게도 꿈이 있다면 날아가는 꿈이 있다면 거기에 창조와 삶의 끝에 함께하길
Sing it, Roy. splitting in the background. I'm just curious. I'm gonna pause for a second. So JK is saying First Loved, but in the one with Suran, I don't recall her saying First Love. I remember her saying So Far Away. So I'm a little confused by the First Love, because anytime I hear First Love, especially when it's in association with BTS, my brain automatically like travels back to like his Wing short film. So I'm confused why we threw the First Love in there. I'm wondering if it has some sort of like why can't I speak? Significance. If it has some like important meaning to it. I'm just gonna play it. He sounds so beautiful. Sing it, boy. Ooh. Hold on. Okay. So there were some small differences between the two, because in the last one we had the electric guitar and we had that very like distinctive beat. In this one, however, I'm picking up like a violin. I am also picking up another instrument that I can't quite like name off of the top of my head, and I apologize about that. So there are some small differences in this one compared to the last one, as well as some lyric changes. Again, I'm wondering like the significance that lays behind like the First Love lyric, if it has anything to do with the Wing short film. I doubt it does, but I'm just curious. I don't know like the time frame in which all of this came out. I think this came out well before the Wings did, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm very curious. It kind of like threw me off a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting it to follow like the same like set of lyrics that we had previous to this, so getting something different is actually really, really cool, because their vocals sounded beautiful. You guys don't understand. The vocal line it's amazing. I love the vocal line so much, and it just, getting to hear them, it always makes me happy. And I love Jin's voice. I really love Jin's voice. I love it. I really, really love him. And of course JK, wow, that man is, yes. And I'm really happy that I listened to both versions, because if I would have only listened to the Suran one, I would have missed out on getting to hear this. And so I'm really, really happy about this. And yeah, hopefully the things, why can't I speak? The things in which I said about these songs make sense. Hopefully I did not offend anyone, because it was not my intention. I just kind of was like speaking from myself, I guess. So again, hopefully those things made sense. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this with me. I really don't know how or why you guys do, because yeah. But for the most part, I feel like some people do like watching these, so it kind of makes me happy that I'm not doing these on my own. And yeah, I do hope you guys are having a good day or night depending on where you are though, and I really hope you guys are staying safe, that you guys are wearing your mask, drinking water, you know, doing all that good stuff. And yeah, and I guess that's it. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Yeah, bye guys, bye, peace out, love you, bye. Bye.